Hello everybody and welcome to a very special episode of Baking with Jim. I say special because today I am making a recipe that belongs to my mother and it's something that I love. My wife, however, stole it and put it in her book. This book is Tanya Bakes and the recipe is Jim's mum's Banoffee Pie. Here is what you need. 4 bananas, a flake, you need some double cream, some carnation caramel. What I'm used to do though is buy condensed milk and then boil it for hours. Don't need to do that, just get this. You need some butter and you need some hobnobs. Let's make something amazing. I was about to say I've never made this before, but it turns out that I have, I just don't remember. In the recipe here, there's a little caption above it which explains Tan's love for it. And it says, blah, 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 blah. The next time we had it, Jim and I asked if we could make it with her instructions, and it turns out it was one of the easiest things I've ever made. I don't remember doing it, so hopefully it went well that time. Let's see if I can do it again. Step 1, crumble the hobnobs into a bowl. We need 400 grams of hobnobs. So let me get my bowl here for measuring. 262 grams in a packet. That seems ridiculous to me. What a weird number. Oh, not far. Actually 263 in a packet. Generous. Give me an extra gram. 430. Oh no, too much. 411 grams or 393. 401, I'll take that. Got 1 whole hobnob. I was showing off putting it all in there, but it's really big. It just turns to like clay in your mouth. Okay, so what I need to do is crumble these. Somewhere I thought ahead and got little kind of plasticky sleevey things. Here we go. So I can crumble within the bag. Oh, I've got big ones too. Right. Biscuits in. Do my bag up. I'm going to squeeze out any excess air actually, because otherwise I'm going to pop this because I'm about to whack it with a rolling pin. So let's get some of the air out. There we go. I may also get a towel underneath them because I'm gonna go ham. I'm not gonna mess around, I'm gonna hit these really hard. Seeing as this isn't actually my work surface, I don't want to break it. Rolling pin out, and then let's crumble these bad boys. Takes a little while, doesn't it? This bit. How do we want it? Do we want it like rustic? Because I've got like sand, but then there's like chunks in there as well. I quite like the idea of chunks. Imagine getting that. That's like a bit of texture for you. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. How much butter? 150 grams of butter. We melt the butter and then we put these in with the butter and mix it all together. So 250 grams is an entire block. It's so hot today that I got this butter out of the fridge a minute ago and now it's really melty in about 6 minutes. What I really love about butter is sometimes if you're lucky and you get the right kind, it has like measurements along it. So I know that's like 25 grams, that's 50. So what I need to do is go to 150. Oh, it's so melty. So what I think I might do actually is kind of like bain-marie this bad boy because I want to melt my butter in this bowl, but I feel like that's going to be a lot of effort to melt it first and then pour it in. So I might just kind of put some hot water in here and then melt it like that, just because it stays washing up. That's all right, isn't it? Yeah, fine. Come on. There we go. Today's not the day for cooking. It's 29 degrees and like really, really humid. And I'm in my kitchen with the thing on and I'm whacking stuff and I've built up a really heavy sweat. So, baking with Jim's really sexy, I've decided. However, although it's bloody boiling in here, why is my butter still not melting? Probably because yeah, that is warm. Come on, butter. Ooh. Yeah, I like this. That's the sound of butter melting. Lovely. All right, my butter is just about melted. I can take that, as long as I'm quick. Yeah, I got this. Ooh, it's warm. Great. Now I have to add my biscuits to the butter and kind of mush it all together. And that is my base. However, I mean, looking at sort of the raw ingredients, that much biscuit and that much butter, that seems like quite a lot for such a small dish. Did I buy the wrong size? We'll find out, I suppose. Go. In case you were wondering, this isn't one of those healthy desserts. It's basically a pack and a half of chocolate hobnobs and more than half a tub of butter so far. Okay, so that is all the ingredients for my base, my hobnobs and my butter together. Next up, I need to make them into a base. So it says, press into the bottom of the tart tin and bring up to the side to keep the filling secure. Okay, here's my tin. Let's get you in there. I'm gonna have to touch it. I don't want to touch it, it's got all melted butter in it and I hate sticky things. I'm gonna have to get it all up the sides. What I don't want to do is kind of like round the corners, because then you're gonna have just big old chunks of base. And although the base is delicious, I actually feel like you don't want it to be too thick. Next step, transfer to the fridge and chill to set for 30 minutes. Okie dokie, right, well that's going in the fridge for 30 minutes. I'll see you in half an hour. Through the magic of editing, it's now half an hour later. So here is my base all set. The next step is to pour the caramel on top of the base and spread it out evenly. Pop in the fridge for 15 minutes to set. That's easy, okay. Oh, my tin, oh, hello. Not sure about that. Let me get my little spatula out. Where are you? There we go. Is that the baby spatula? Okay. Oh, I'm not sure about the consistency of this stuff. Oh, it's all coming up from the sides. I'm sure when my mum did this, it didn't look like that. Most of the reason I do baking with Jim is because I like to just play with stuff. Oh, come on, out you come. It's not coming out. Oh God, it looks gross in there. Okay, I'm gonna have to scoop. Nice. Suddenly finding this Banoffee Pie business a little less attractive now. It's quite lumpy, this caramel. I'm just going to smooth it out and just assume everything's fine. Anyway, that is that done. That goes in the fridge for 15 minutes. Now, I'm supposed to whip my cream. I haven't got any sort of whipping thing, so I'm going to use like wrist power and an actual whisk, which is going to take a while. So while that's setting, I'm going to do my cream and I need 400 milliliters of it. I also haven't got a measuring jug in this kitchen. Basically, this is my office, my studio area, and I am kind of putting stuff in it as I go. Forgot a measuring jug, but I know there's 600 milliliters in there, so I'm going to use, what, 2/3 of it. Which I would say is about that. It's going to take a while. Engage wrist action. That's coming together very quickly. How did that happen? We're looking for soft peaks here, everyone. And we're not far off. That's taken about 18 seconds. Martha, shh. I think we're done. That's a soft peak, is it? Yeah. No? Maybe? I think. I'm looking around the room. George is saying yes. Great. Well, that took much less time than I was expecting. Made a bit more mess than I was anticipating though, to be honest. Right, I'm gonna leave that in the fridge for a bit. 15 minutes have passed, so I've got my Banoffee Pie with caramel here, all set. I also have my cream ready to go. And I've got my bananas that I need to slice thinly and place on top of my caramel. On the picture, they're displayed really beautifully, the bananas, but I feel like that's just not gonna happen, and I should know my limitations and just do what I'm gonna do with it, I think. So I'm just gonna do this and I'll place them in a moment. It's really hard to pick banana up once it's sliced, unless you hold it from like the side. You know, I literally, oh, there we go, got it. With that bit, I really want to pick you up. I guess at this point, you can have as much or as little banana as you want. I quite like the banoffee to be heavy on the ban and also heavy on the offie too, but I'm gonna put quite a lot of banana in there because I like a good old layer of banana. Here's my banoffee pie minus the cream, so it's time to cream her up. Did that sound really sexual? Didn't mean it to sound sexual at all. Nonetheless, it's time to cream her up. Do you know what, I've said this before, but I just love a good silicone spatula. Look at that, just no mess. Oh, bit of mess. I have a question at this point. What do you think, aesthetically pleasing like that, or should I cream right to the rim? I'm gonna cream to the rim because I said it now. I'm such a child. 30 years old and I can't even like say words like cream or rim without giggling like a schoolboy. Right, the cream is now on. All I have to do is decorate with a flake, but before I do that, I feel like I should transition this from here onto like a plate or something. I just don't know how I'm gonna do that, so bear with me. Turns out that all of my plates in here are kind of like quite dippy, and I think that's gonna make the whole thing sag in the middle. So what I have is my chopping board that I use for my cocktails sometimes, but it's not very big. However, this tin has like a bottom that kind of comes out, so I'm hoping that's kind of what it's really gonna be on, if that makes sense. Let's just see. Oh. Oh. Right, now what? Okay. There we go. Smooth. Nailed it. Right, next thing is to sprinkle some flake over. Oh, it's very warm in here. Just gonna massage my flake a little. Oh, hello, big bit. Oh, sending chocolate everywhere. Changing my tactics a bit, I'm gonna have to surgically get into my flake. There we go. Ah, look, there we go, that's gonna work. And then I'm gonna... And there we have it, one banoffee pie a la my mum. Didn't go as smooth as I thought it would, but it looks bloody good. Oh God, it looks bloody good, doesn't it? Maybe I should try some before the entire thing melts in this heat. Oh, she cuts like a dream. Wish me luck, everyone. Oh God, it's a little warm for this. I'm lifting. Come on, come on. Oh. There we go. Oh, there we go. You might want to capture it quick because it's melting. But that's the inside. Right, let's try it. That's quite a big mouthful. It's so good. I haven't had this for years because I moved out of my mum's house a long time ago, and she hasn't made it for a while, but it's so good and so nostalgic. This is one of my favorite recipes purely because of like all the memories that come with it. So if you do make this, let me know using the hashtag BakingWithJim on Twitter, on Instagram, all that stuff, because I'd love to see your renditions of my mum's recipe. Thank you very much, and I will see you very soon. Goodbye.